Welcome to this demonstration of the XPOSE offline activation process. Before we begin, I want to explain why this process is necessary. If the machine ultimately running the software, what I'll call the offline computer or end user computer, is not capable of accessing the internet even temporarily, then you will have to follow this process. We will begin by downloading the program and third-party supporting files online and transfer them to the offline computer. The extra steps involved will transmit information about the offline computer to our digital rights management server that monitors and administers our trial periods and access to the software. Again, this is only necessary if your end user's computer does not have even temporary access to the internet. The first step of the process is to access each of the websites to download the program files. I will copy and paste each URL into a web browser, and each should begin an automatic download of the files. Once the files have finished downloading, I can access those files in my Downloads folder and transfer them to a USB drive. Once I transfer the program files to the USB drive, I'm ready to transfer them to the offline computer. I have inserted the USB drive into the offline machine. You can see here that the Wi-Fi is turned off and I have no internet access. I'll go ahead and extract the files from the USB drive by accessing its folder location. First, I'll select the XPOSE executable file and follow the instructions for the installation wizards. During the prerequisites wizard, you need to make sure that you uncheck the VLC radio button because we already have those files downloaded from the online computer. We'll then go through the rest of the setup wizard and accept the terms of the license agreement. Finally, we will select the VLC executable files and follow its instruction for installation. Now that the files are installed on the offline computer, we need to initiate the offline activation process within the XPOSE program itself. To do that, we will select the Help tab and hover over Offline to select the Create Activation Certificate Request option. A dialog box titled Lentix XPOSE Offline Activation Request will appear, and you will select the Activate Trial button. Next, we will enter our contact information into each box. All of the fields are required, so be sure to provide information for each field. Select OK when finished. A dialog box will appear titled XPOSE Activation Certificate Request. The text inside this box communicates your desire for an offline activation code to our digital rights management server. Since we cannot send that request online, we need to copy and paste that text into our USB drive. To do that, we will right-click anywhere on the text and select all. Then we will right-click and copy. Next, we need to paste that text into a word processor, preferably Microsoft Notepad, because programs like Microsoft Word can sometimes add extra text based on font styling and other layout information. So Notepad is the best option to retain the original text. Right-click and paste that text into Notepad, and File, Save As a copy onto your USB drive. We have now inserted the USB drive back into the online computer. We will access the activation portal online by clicking the link or pasting the link into our browser. Copy and paste the certificate request text into the activation window. I'm going to use Mac's version of Notepad to do that. Once the text is inserted, select the Activate button directly below the activation certificate window. A green banner should appear showing that the activation has been successful. Now the title of the window should read License. When the title changed to License, it also changed the text inside the window. That text now provides the offline activation key that our offline computer needs. Right-click and copy, and then right-click and paste into our Notepad application. We'll save the text as a new file onto the USB drive. Now all we need to do is insert the USB drive and transfer that text into XPOSE. Now that we are back on the end user's offline machine, we will access the USB drive and pull the text file from it to activate the license. Open XPOSE and select the Help tab. Hover over Offline and select Import Activation Certificate. We'll copy and paste the text file from the USB drive into this window. When that is finished, select OK. The license is now activated and the trial has begun. Thanks for joining us on this tutorial, and be sure to check out our YouTube channel for more informational videos.